you normally wouldn't see in most other standard types of operations. Hey, look, there's my map. So that's just been one of my favorites. Pay for pain, but they're VDV5s. I think that would be in a little poor taste. Maybe in a year or two down the line, because I'm going to still be here. Arma 3 is still going to be the primary game, because I don't see Arma 4 coming till like 2025, 2026 at this point, based off of the delays. But yeah, maybe something to parody that 5s, like a group of airborne forces are stranded and we change up the scenery. But I'd only use current event stuff for fundraising. I would never monetize it for my own gain, because that's a little... I'm not that desperate yet. Let's go with that. All right? I'm not that desperate for the clout that would bring. Because I've already been saying this for months, if not, like, I want to say a year now. I don't really care how much I grow anymore, because I've grown to the point that I'm more than happy with, so... I'm just here to have fun and show off this wonderful game and all the crazy things we can do with it. I love how the new roster, they all spawn naked. They used to spawn as, like, you know, generic NATO or CSAT, but now they just, you know, come in naked like that. That's pretty funny. Heavy lampshaded Battle of Crete. I mean, niche things like that. Here's a quick thing before I begin. Certain operations that have to have a lot of accuracy tied to them, I found that the players most don't care, and the viewers most also don't care. So it's never really worth my time to invest in all that, unless I'm really in the mood to do it, which once in a while I am in, and it's really fun, but no one seems to care. So that's why I don't really do it, unfortunately. Instead, that's why I do what I want, because, well... Otherwise, what's the point? But anyway, let's go ahead and go over the mission info. Again, I'll be solo casting these 3 NA rounds because Barb had to go on a business emergency. But anyway, this mission was made by Nemesis, and it's called Germanium. Interesting. Background. After a successful attack by the Russian Spetsnaz, the French forces have retreated and called in help from the American Marines. Can they destroy the most important fuel tanks to stop the Russian advance in the air? I'm sure that has nothing to do with certain events going on. Area of operations. Early morning with heavy fog. It will lift as the sun comes up. Mission rules. Hidden spawns. Blue Force squads need to attack from the safe starts they are starting in. SLTL can teleport to set up plans with platoon lead. Okay. Game mode, the 3 objectives are fuel tanks. Cool. I like that they're using objective-based stuff. I just know from experience, these assets, I think, aren't destroyable by AT. They have to use charges, so we'll see how that goes. Maximum view distance, only 500 meters, because they're going to keep it foggy. Default build points, no magnified optics, no NVGs. Medium anti-tank, both sides are going to get an HE round on top of 2 AT rounds. Interesting. So we're going to see some shock weapon value with everything going here. Uniforms, they're using that new loadout where you get to see everything that they have on. So to break it down, squad leader, team leader, assault, auto rifleman, auto rifleman assistant, grenadier, GRIR, I think is, I mean, I'd assume it's Grenadier, but it might be IR as in the Hunt IR weaponry, so it just might be like if they're trying to denounce a difference in the kit. Machine Gunner, which is like the 240 Bravo, the heavier guns. Machine Gunner Assistant. Combat CE is, I don't know what that actually stands for. It's meant to be Combat Medic, you know, Combat Lifesaver. Light Anti-Tank, MAT 1, MAT Assistant 1, MAT 2, MAT Assistant 2. That's the breakdown in case they have, you know, separate types of AT. That's why you see 2 systems, because sometimes you see an AT weapon and an AA weapon. But otherwise, going through the rest of it, Recon, and then Recon Scout, which I believe are the suppressed shooters. Then you have the Sniper, and then you have Designated Marksman, which are at the squad level, and then Crew Leader, Regular Crewman, Pilot. Okay, now they have Medical there, so I don't know what CE stands for. And then just the base Soldier Default. So, interesting breakdown of that. CE, Combat Engineer, you're right. The guys that have the Explosive Specialist stuff. Thank you, Jimmy. Otherwise, their weapon's going to be, since they said they were Marines, they're going to be rocking the M27s, which are M4s that you can basically take full auto, because For most M4 and M16 based weaponry, they only allow for single shot 3-round burst. Fun fact, that was because with the M16A1, they would have a full auto setting, and they found that GIs would panic and go to full auto and burn all like 20 bullets in their magazine. Fun facts. M249 as the support weapon for the light anti LMG, excuse me, medium machine gun. MMG is going to be the 240 Bravo. Light anti-tank is going to be M136. The sniper gets a choice of the M40A5 or with it additional camos. And then the suppressed shooters get either the Mark 14 EBR or the SOCOM 16, both 20-round battle rifles. And then crew and aviation get the MP7 or an M4A1, which if it's going to be Foggy and CQC, I'd actually recommend the MP7, 40 rounds of 5.7 caliber that can still one-shot headshot people, so you get those extra rounds. Yes, it has a shorter range, but with foggy terrain, that could work perfectly in your favor. Nothing custom being given to the squads individually, so that's why it's all set as empty. Other than, they just have crewmen in every group. Vehicles, 6 Poseidon. There's single-man kayaks. I love it. 4 transport trucks. 1 M2 Humvee and 2 regular transport Humvees. So interesting call there. Uniforms for Op4, just going down the roster here. They're basically geared as Spetsnaz from the looks of things. But otherwise, loadouts, we're going to see AK-74 based platforms between the U model and the regular model, the M. RPKs, PKPs, RPG-26 for the light anti-tank, T-5000 sniper rifle for the specific sniper, then 45-round magazines for an AKS or a 20-round AS Val. Again, CQC-wise, AS Val would be a decent choice. However, a few weeks ago, we witnessed 2 AS Val guys try to kill one dude with a rifle, an M4, and the M4 just completely murdered both of them, even though the AS Vals were landing shots on range. So I doubt the effectiveness of 9x39 with the body armor default that FNF runs. By the way, they run a mod that basically sets all of the armor values for all chest plates and helmets to at the same values, though I have seen some questionable stuff that puts that statement to question, because I've witnessed some people just tank way too many shots at times, which they blame desync for, but I'll keep that to myself. And then, of course, crew and aviation get either the PP-2000 submachine gun or the AKS. Nothing custom on the CSW. They get a single BTR and 3 transport gases. Other than that, looking over at the map here, so Blue Force spawn is not known, but we have, I think this is going to be Recon with the freaking kayaks coming in, but they're not, the spawns aren't known, so Blue 4 knows where Op4 is going to spawn, but Op4 doesn't know where Blue 4 is going to spawn, which is quite interesting. Otherwise, since this is a destroy objective, they're looking for these 3 explosive fuel tanks. One is going to be in each one of these lighter red shaded zones. Actually, no, it's the darker shaded zones. The lighter shaded zone indicates where Op4 can move at safe start and teleport to. So that was number 1. This is where number 2 is, and then number 3 is going to be up here. They're all basically in little hidden military positions, this being an artillery radar position. Interesting. But go ahead. Let's look at the roster here. So Despo is going to be leading for Blue 4. He led, I think, in round 1 EU. I didn't really like his plan, but let's see how he makes up for it in this round. So he's got Timac as his 2IC, Maz being the platoon medic, Vagrant leading, X-Ray, Ash, and Ash is going to be the medic, Wise is going to be the 2IC, Rust is going to be the sniper, Green Shade and Tanner is both going for Mark 14 EBRs. Again, that between that gun and the SOCOM 16, there isn't really much of a difference. Both have 20-round magazines, both are going to be suppressed. Both, I think, fire full auto as well. And both have 7.62x51 NATO, so it's pretty much the same, in my opinion. Just personal preference on cosmetic, but Alpha HQ is going to be led by Dreek. Alpha 1's going to be led by Anderson, head honcho of NA. Excuse me. He's got Wheaton, Cosmonaut, Martin, Miller, Banks, and Poe with him. Bridge is going to be leading Alpha 2 with Wiki, Fist, Waldo, Cool Breeze, and Dooley. which is interesting. Normally see Dooley work with Bayant, so I'll have to see where Bayant is today. Bravo 1 has Yanni leading with Iander, Pertin, Katz, Nafs, Cullis, Whiplash, and Nemesis. All of these guys work together. Most are Scandi, some are MUR, but Nafs is part of both. Katz, I also don't know where he's from, but again, we've seen week after week these groups all working together anyway, so I consider them as a whole Scandi because they all show that level of aggression that Scandi does, but also that level of tactics. Usually it works out for them, but sometimes it really does blow up in their face. Montgomery leading Charlie HQ. He's got Nielsen. Norris has a 249. Okay. I want to say 3/4 of the time when Norris has some sort of auto rifle or machine gun, he wipes the floor with people. 1 out of 4 times, it fumbles in his face, but I mean, that's to be expected. No one can be perfect, but there's a reason I always bring him up, and I check specifically what his weapon is, and some of his best kill streaks have been with a 249. So I will be very interested to see how he does. Again, the lighting is going to be low. It's going to be foggy. That could affect him, but I think he's going to work wonders tonight. I have a feeling, and I really hope he doesn't flounder on that one. But anyway, Loki, Sablon, Sholand, Eagle, Zapata, and Schult under Charlie 1. Delta HQ is going to be merged as one group with Artisan leading, with Korvac, Gary, Ace, Green Thumb, Shrimp 2. Shrimp is also someone else I would recommend you watch. I don't know why, but we started off memeing him as someone to fry people's rice, and then he started going at least like 4 to 6, 7, 8, 9 kills and not dying in single rounds. So I always occasionally look at him. He's a little less reliable than I would say your average member of Papega or someone more noteworthy like Norris. He's not as, he's still more reliable than a player like Logan, though. So he's kind of in that in-between round where we keep an eye on him. If we find him still alive, now that Arma has fixed itself with the update from 2 days ago, we're able to see individual kill counts. I'm going to check his kill count at the end of this mission just to see what he did. Almost seeing Nafs run people over. Otherwise, Steve and Space Cowboy Carl, and then Arcane and Chaos under Gamma 1, they're going to be driving the M2 Humvee. Now, go ahead and looking at Op 4 here. We've got Mountain Commanding, who I would say he's not in the top tier of commanders. He does it often. He normally does really well, but once in a blue moon, he does pull really weird strategies. Not as often as Pierce. Pierce is the wild card, I would say. But I would bundle Mountain and Pierce in the same category. Pierce a little lower than Mountain because of how often he pulls really wild card strategies, but Mountain, solid commander. He's been at this for a while, but sometimes he just makes some really weird calls. Also, I've seen him occasionally die much earlier than he should in certain rounds, and that usually throws his team into pure chaos. So we'll see what he does, but on a defense, I think he'll be okay. It's pretty straightforward how to defend this AO, in my opinion. Probably abandon that one or leave a small team to ambush people at that one and just hold these two because they're closer together, but we'll get into that in a second. Otherwise, Katarino being the 2IC, the medic for Platoon. Blam, Tender Banner, Cheese, and Falcon are going to be under X-Ray. Falcon being an AS Val shooter, and Tender taking the sniper. Falcon taking an AS Val means he does mean to get close to people and take them out, really utilizing this fog. So I'll be curious to see how he works with that. Spiky leading Alpha HQ. No offense to Spiky, but she's one of the few people where... How do I put this? Not as bad as someone like Leia, where, you know, she literally is a mute, but Spiky, it can be a little hard to hear on radios at times, but she's been doing better the past few weeks. I've been seeing her make a few really good plays, double, triple kills usually before going down, which is a lot better than not only the average player, but what she's been doing in the past. So it's good to see players getting better like that. Alpha 1 has Revanche, Junior, Mr. Olaf DJ, and Elm Tree. Alpha 2 has Lurch, Kataksugi, Lennox Khan, Gopher, Rat, and Clades. Bravo HQ is one merged group led by Doubt, with Zeest as the 2IC, with Booga Suga, N1, Thyrab, and Iron Sovo and Shrek. Get out of his swamp. Charlie has a mix of Papega and 1RW, so Sideways, Coda, Flux, Shade, and Coop from Papega. Mags might also be from Papega, I can't remember. And then they've got Saddam, Azuki, Thomas, and Ilbanek from 1RW. Bayant, no leadership element in Delta 1, but Bayant's going to be with Chow under Delta 1, with Bad, Ricky, Kevin, and Naders, and then G-Legs and Grav taking the BTR 80. Not gonna lie, G-Legs, one of the people I would watch for whenever they take any asset on the ground or in the air. Very good. Grav, also a pretty good gunner, but actually driving today, letting G-Legs take the gunnery there. Interesting call, but again, pretty good combo. How they're gonna fight against Arcane and Chaos, I don't know. I'm favoring the BTR, but at the same time, the Humvee has, it's the up-armored one, too, so it has, you know, full, it can look around compared to the BTR with its narrow tunnel vision scope. And that Humvee's going to have a speed advantage over that BTR, but the BTR is playing defense, Humvee going on offense, and this is all foresty with open fields with a shit ton of fog, so it's going to be really hard to spot targets from across the way because that fog does get thick very quick. But otherwise, that's it for the breakdown on the roster. Looking at everything else, I mean, as I said, I would just hold those two AOs, put some outer defenses here. You, if you are unfamiliar with what a Poseidon is, you would probably think it's a boat asset. Maybe not realizing that it's just a simple kayak, but yeah, all the more reason to just hold these AOs here and then capitalize on any position outside. Obviously, if you're playing to win, you don't want to just hold your objectives. You want to hold a little bit more away from the objectives and have defensive lines to fold in, but round has started. We'll see how things go, but I think Blue 4 has a slightly better roster, but Op 4 have some really good objectives to defend, especially since some are right next to water, which limits where Blue 4 can attack them to make them more of a slog, and that's where the defender's advantage, especially with the fog, is going to kick in. Norris once shot an enemy plane down with his finger by yelling bang. You know, as long as he had the machine gun on his back, killer, I would believe it. I'd believe it. Look, you never know what can happen in Arma 3, all right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, but coming from personal experience, if you ever see a famous YouTuber in the sky in a helicopter and you're like 900 meters away and you're like, screw it, fire that rocket in the air, you just might hit him. And then you might scream louder than you ever had to the point you might pass out on your chair for a brief second while you're streaming. Oh, man. I did, a week ago, I did my, every 6 months or so, I review my content. Between when I first started and now, every like 4 to 6 months, and I reviewed Splendid Squad, and my God, that was a riot of an operation. Honest to God, that was fun. I didn't realize how many jabs he made at me though in the beginning, but that's okay. He seemed to really enjoy shooting me after I told him, yeah, sure, why not? Like, just to prove that I'm not invincible. But I always find it funny to compare who I was when I started this channel and who I am now. If Splendid Squad was when I started, no way in hell would I have been that chill. But these days, I mean, it's because I'm also set up like this. I've got a really cool job. I have a wonderful audience. I have a lot of amazing people that I do operations for. And, you know, I couldn't ask for anything better. So thank you for being here, is what I'm trying to say. Now look at what Blue 4 has done here. They're getting their kayaks. Literally kayaking. Literally freaking kayaking. Special Forces taking a break 2010 colorized. But otherwise, the main force has come up here. The fog has gotten a little lighter, but not too much. It's also because it's starting to get a little more in the morning here, so a bit of a low light op. But we see that they folded off of this position. They've instead come over here. I am willing to bet there is some sort of explosive trap around here. There has to be. Knowing Delta 1, no, I don't see any explosive specialists, but then again, I don't see any explosive specialists on Op 4, period. No, yes, I do. So they don't have explosive specialists there, so they don't have any traps, which is unfortunate. But, you know, rigging everything around that base to blow sky high, not the actual objective, though, that would be really nice to, you know, get a few licks into Blue 4. But they're totally going to try some sort of counterattack, try to gauge how much Blue 4 goes in. But all of Blue 4 coming in, they're going to space it out so they're not coming in on one large, like, tactical blob. They're just going to do a massive battle line and hopefully overpower the AO, which, I'm going to be honest, is probably the best thing they can do. Because Op4 have really limited objectives in the sense that, you know, some of it's in the water, per se. I mean, this one, 50% of it's in the water. You can only attack it from the north and the west. Excuse me, east, because the west and the south are on the water. This one, the south is partially in the water. You don't have a lot of room there. And the east is also... West, god damn it. West, right? But the west is also the water, so...
Back to Twitch we go. D.
It's limited here, so Op4 is naturally just going to focus on a battle line like this. Probably capitalize on this hill, maybe putting a force out here. So the best thing you can do is just have your squads within about 100 meters of each other to support themselves. But if you try pincering this, Op4 is going to just have more of a solid defense line, and you're not going to find any weaknesses, so why not just keep your forces together to support each other on the push? That way, if this squad wants to advance, these two squads can cover it with overlapping fire. And it can hopefully break through, close the CQC, and then Blue 4 can push their, I'll bet, small number advantage to their advantage. Otherwise, Eden, thank you so much for the 5-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So X-Ray is coming all the way around. They're doing a bit of a sweep, which I appreciate. I could see these guys going up, getting that objective. They would sweep around like this. They might be able to flank a squad. And Falcon could do some damage. The sniper could do some damage. But going up the hill a little bit, you notice the fog severely drops off. Eden, your name rings a bell, but it's from a long time ago. It's not recent, that's for sure. I try to remember everyone, but it's a lot, guys. And, I mean, you're talking to someone that can barely articulate words properly. I remember you now. 501st Blueberry, right? No. Yes. Yeah. No, it's, the oranges do 5 digits. You do 4. But anyway. There's that ambush coming in there. We're watching right here. They put an HE round up on this position. Blue 4 pulled away, though. Now you're seeing these forces fall back. Reki was immediately taken out. I think it was the machine gunner. And they're trying to fold back. They didn't get anyone for Blue 4, though. Bay trying to use a single HE round to hit into this compound to take more people out, but Blue 4 quickly pulled away. I think they also feared an explosive trap, which is why they dispersed. But good attempt at an ambush. Didn't net them anything, but at least X-Ray now might be told to fold around because... Yeah, no, a wide flank, maybe catch that area out. These guys could join X-Ray too and bolster that counterattack. And then by attacking the flank as the rest of the forces push in, they could very well mess with the attack going in. Also, look at this. Op4 has opted to also abandon this position. You have the BTR holding here, but they're going for just a single operation holdout. This is probably not going to be an objective that goes for a time play, in the sense that the defenders are trying to run the clock out, just because of how close everything is in the AO. This is going to purely be Op4 trying to do everything they can to ambush the main Blue 4 push and take out what they can. Here, if you guys want, we can talk about Star Sim stuff in the intermission between the rounds. But let's, you know, for the sake of the video, keep it on task. So Blue 4, I think Eagle was rigging explosives there. They've set up a really nice battle line here. X-Ray's gone prone. The thing is, if X-Ray attacks while everyone on Blue 4 doesn't have anything to do, they're going to quickly get overwhelmed. They need to time their attack while they're pushing into another attack. That way all the gunfire is going to distract everyone, and they can be more effective. That's also why when I see a group like Pepega or Scandi Recon attack on their own, if they are fighting a force bigger than them, it's probably not going to be effective. Okay, it's considered destroyed. It went away on the map, but the texture itself is still there. Interesting. So it works. It doesn't look like it worked, but it works. They just need to check their map, and the map will then verify that it's destroyed. Because watch, if we go to first person, you can also see the objectives that they're going for, and you see that that one symbol up there has disappeared. What the fuck? How did I get here? So these guys are going to pull back. Honestly, using the low grass here wouldn't be too bad, but it's going to be a suicide mission because you don't have any room to maneuver over here. Meanwhile, X-Ray continuing that wide flank, but Blue 4 is already getting a move on to the next objective. I like how quick they're going here. I don't think Blue 4 is going to get friendly fired on their boat. They've already landed over here, and they're going to slowly make a move, but I don't see how X-Ray is going to be effective in this scenario, in all honesty. This would be one of the few missions where I would have recommended Blue 4 not even have an X-Ray component if they couldn't bring them with them. I would have kept the sniper behind the infantry line to pick people off and had the rest of the team basically go out and do flanks on whatever weakened battle line they could find, because them being on their own all the way over here isn't really going to be helpful in this type of defensive area. I also like what Op4 has done here. They've taken one squad and they divided them into 2-man chunks or 3-man chunks to cover as much area as they can. But it shows that they're going to play with some really insurgent-style defensive tactics to try to inflict as many casualties as they can on Blue 4 before having to pull back or get taken out themselves. Now, the only issue with Blue 4 here is by attacking, they're probably going to attack from this piece of territory right here, and you got this nasty kill zone right here, which is what this BTR is going to really try to capitalize on. It's pretty well hidden amongst all that fog and cover, so it's going to be really difficult to get a shot on that. Alright, so you got a machine gunner immediately firing down on Scandi Recon members here, trying to hit Nemesis, who's folded back behind this tree, but at this range they're literally going to be firing at each other's muzzle flashes and tracers. Well, Hotshot, as Terror says, I hope, or excuse me, Error, I thought the 8 was a T because I'm dyslexic as hell, but I hope Bloodwing would only be doing me. But she's fine. We got her pizza. She wanted pizza. A little disappointed I didn't get to make my salmon, but yeah, c'est la vie. Alright, so we're seeing people getting hit on both sides here. Otherwise, I'm trying to check for additional casualties. There aren't any. Wait. Yanni did get taken out in that opening barrage. So he's down behind this tree. I see 2 or 3 streaks here. 2 right here, 1 right there. So he got just multiple taps on the chest. Oh, those cheeky little... Yep. They're doing the suicide charge Hail Mary here. But this is going to put them in the perfect position to engage. Now, is Blue 4 going to actually go in and check that out? Or are they going to pathfind around? And now X-Ray, yeah, X-Ray's way off course. It's just a question of, can Op4 hold that force here? I think they're going to be able to, for X-Ray then to pull south and potentially pick off Command and a few other guys. I think Command, though, at this point, doesn't really need to survive, because now it's just a battle line tactic of going in. He's got good spacing, but again, this bottleneck right here is where he's going to lose the most of his forces, because Op4 has maneuvered forces over to capitalize on that fact. they're looking around. They're not too cautious about the grass, though. So I think they're going to try to overwatch from the docks. But otherwise, Blue 4 doing their best to continue to push up. The BTR still hasn't opened up just yet. It's pulling out, though. But again, the fog is a little too thick. A lot of Blue 4 still in reserve over here. I think because they're fearful of Op 4 being in these fortifications as well. But I could see this group coming in. There's AT coming in. I think it was just short. It hit the top of this earth rampart instead. But the BTR is not reacting. It sounded like an AT4 shot, though. So Op 4, we got 2 groups of 4, one in the middle, but really off to the side of the formation. Blue 4 now committing their forces down to head in. We're seeing some shots coming out that might be all the way back here. It might just be on fortifications. It's hard to tell. And we got Op 4 potentially lining up shots to engage people. Waldo, for example. Ooh, Shrimp's really good at his CQC, though. Kevin, breaking contact, immediately gets surrounded. Nader's coming in, takes out Artisan. Green Thumb's gonna run in on his position. He spots him, isn't able to land the shot. Shrimp is able to spot him, though. Bant Chow looking around. That was a misplay by Op 4 there. Bant's gonna swim for it. Chow immediately running out and gets shot to shit. Bant is, he's activated his jumpy drive here. I don't think I've ever seen a man wobble like that, but you know, what can you do? Falcon laying low, looking at his perspective. He doesn't see anything. He might see Iander to his left. He just saw him. He's gonna triple time up to him. Bayant still activating his little swimmy drive there. BTR, I just heard fire off. You got Bravo HQ trying to lock down this open area. Blue 4 utilizing their fortifications. It looks like this means Op 4 planned to defend this position, but then changed. Did you really just take a shot at your own BTR?
Go Team 6 now.
Thank God you're a shitty shot. You're Op 4 and you hear a BTR and you just... I don't even know where the logic was in that. Okay, Bant trying to get around the bridge, the dock here. Falcon... No, Flux came around. He was part of the defensive group. He went up aggressive. Blue 4 command's dead. No. Okay, he pushed in. My bad. Wait, you're all... Yeah, why are you all the way over here by yourself? I thought you were dead because... who knows? Poe taking shots. Maz is going to walk right on top of these guys. Blam gets taken out. Falcon now booking it. I think Maz spotted him. Sprays at Falcon. I don't see any blood. Falcon's going to try to hide. Blue 4, they've turned around. They're going to start engaging him. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You got to make sure that that force is being engaged by something or in an active engagement. So both of these attacks, seemingly ineffective. Base spotted as he goes up the coast and double tap by that group. Yeah, they've successfully distracted some of these forces, but they're still making headway. The BTR, for whatever reason, pulled all the way out here in the open, out of its cover, and just took a shot. I don't get the little micro tactics Op 4 has been doing. They seem coordinated only by the individual groups instead of the command element, which tends to happen when Mountain commands. No offense to him, it's just he kind of lets people go on their own route, and it shows. Ilbenek doing a great job trying to stop this smoke charge here. He's under fire, but throwing grenades here, he's doing a great job. This guy, I think, just got picked off from Overwatch elements, but now you're seeing Blue 4 folding into these tall grass here and coming around. But Lone Wolf, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. How many people are part of this session? About 95, 94. If you want to join, you can always do !FNF. Solo players are always welcome. Ilbenek on his second kill there. Yep. Again, we've got kill counts back because of that recent update. Unfortunately, Nielsen was able to take him out with a 3-round burst. He's immediately shot at by twins. But, yep, this hurdle right here. Falcon got knocked out. I don't think he got any kills. Oh, he got 2 kills from the rear before he was taken down. And it looks like I thought that was a body, but it wasn't, so he was just picking people off as they came in. I mean, as long as in FNF you get 2 kills and you die, you're, giving a positive contribution. If your team has the number advantage and you go 1-to-1, you're also giving a positive contribution. But look, so X-Ray's back here, under fire from the internal defense group. But again, unsupported, they're just fighting troops that weren't being utilized anyway. So I don't see X-Ray surviving that encounter because they got nowhere to run. They just have tall grass to work with, so just use grenades, clear them out. Now, hypothetically... Oh, wait, no, they don't have a medic. So they wouldn't be able to get Falcon up. Oh, God, hiccups. Flux has made it back. I believe he is the medic. He's on 4 kills trying to get Coda back up. But he made that aggressive push, took out some people, and then pulled back. Good on Flux. As expected from a Pepega Pirate member. Montgomery taking a grenade, getting knocked out. Azuki bandaging, Montgomery waking back up. So as I thought, because of how Op4 set up this defense, they're going to concede that position. But looking at the remaining forces Op4 has, I think they might actually be able to hold this. It's going to be close, though. X-Ray, as we can see, they're down to 4 players now. Looking at the roster, Green Shade and Tanner's got taken out. Vagrant doing his best. But Tanner's got a kill. Green Shade didn't get any. Rust and Wise both got a kill. Vagrant just went down, didn't get a kill. So they really got 3 kills, but they also lost 3. They're seeing some GLs going on the opposite bank. Is the sniper still alive? Rust is still alive as the sniper. He could try to find a position to pick people off, but... Nah. All right, Op4 has... they got Tender working on Falcon. No, they're not working on Falcon. They deemed that he wasn't savable, and I think Falcon just respawned because he was told that he wasn't savable. Meanwhile, Flux came up and was aggressive again, managed to get a 5th kill, and he's leading some members of Pepega to counter the right flank here. They just took someone else out. Flux waking back up. Nemesis didn't double tap, and I think the Boomer's going to pay for it. Yes, he is. And he knocks a tree down, too. Flux on 6 kills. Nemesis is an old friend of mine, by the way. He usually hangs out with Yanni Finn's mom, so, you know. Killing the forest 1 body at a time. That's okay, Falcon. You got 2. Not your best round, but you tried. All right, so here's what I'm seeing. You're going to continue to see this Pepega Pirates group just flank around, picking off additional players, probably running into its match here, but by then there's no way this blue 4 element can push through. Again, as I predicted, last time I say it, I swear, they got caught up in the bottleneck right here. The entire force didn't move, and this force just got beat out while this force pushed, and now Op4 is going to exploit it. Let's go ahead. Let's look at the Pepega Pirate tally here. Even though, you know, we had 2 groups of 4 on the rear kind of flounder around a bit, they still did good. So, Sideways, no kills. Coda on 2, Flux on 6, Shade on 1, Coop on 0, Saddam on 1, Azuki on 1 now, Ilbanek on 2, Mags on 2, Twins on none. So, at least over 10 right there. But they're starting to lose this objective because these guys have just been openly trading. Now, I got to admire Blue for holding here. DJ deciding to push up on his own and trying to find these guys. Ash could potentially hit him once that flare goes away. But that flare is hiding him in a radiant light there at Ash's angle. So Wise being suppressed. It's a good call. But just with the sheer amount of forces left, and you're going to start seeing Pepega hitting from the rear, I don't think Blue 4 is likely to win this at this point. We got to remember, Ilbanek, it should also give you an after-action report of how many kills you got. But it says you got 2. Unless you friendly fired someone. Because if he kills someone, it would deduct from his score. So if you got 4, one of them was a friendly buddy. Oh, God. They stole the M2. See, honestly, that would have actually been really helpful to put all the way over here and just overwatch the open areas from over here, just firing at the muzzle flashes. That would have actually been pretty useful to use in this scenario. And I normally don't say that about Vix. Like, the BTR, in my opinion, wasn't really that useful because the fog was in the way, but that Hum, because of its quick movement... But yeah, just look at the skulls you see on Op 4 and then look at the skulls you see on Blue 4. It's pretty heavy on Blue 4's side. Now you're starting to see Papega fighting with a few members of Scandy. Iander getting taken out by Koda's PKP. Cosmonaut trying to engage Mags. Mags being super aggressive here, going prone. Tilster making a play. He's soloing that. So he's moving the 50 around. Waldo has an AT4 ready, and he blows Tilster up. So, let me say this for the record. If you're going to be driving into the enemy, I think before you drive in there, you should make sure the gun is pointed to where you want to go. Oh, DJ, did you get taken out? Yeah, the flare ran out, and I think Ash got you, right? Nope, Ash still on no kills, which means Y's got you. Yep, Y's on 2 now. Gotcha. All right, Mags was taken out. We see Sideways coming up here. Flux still up. Flux still on 6, but he is then taken out by Marksman's Mark 11. That was his second kill. He's blindly suppressing, showing that they don't know that they got the kill yet. All right, so they've actually weathered Papega's assault quicker than I thought. Did Tender just get a kill? Yes, he did. Thought I saw one of those triangles disappear. They could still punch in. If Op 4 just keeps themselves tightly spaced on one angle like this, but... I don't know, there's still a chance. Again, leaning to Op 4 right now, but Blue 4 still has a chance. After these rounds, I'm going to go edit all the footage and release the MCO documentation. It'll be fun. Sort of flare go off. Yeah, there she is. All right, let's do a quick number count. We got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Blue 4 here. That sniper we just saw take another shot. And then 3 more over here, so 16. Op 4, meanwhile, has 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, 20. So what, 20 to 13? 20 to 16, actually. So it's still fairly close. Yeah, so Ilbanek, if you blow someone up with a grenade and then they get knocked unconscious, then bleed out after, it doesn't add that kill to your tally. It be like that. All right. I mean, Blue 4 is all grouped up together as well, as long as they move in a uniformed manner. Like, no formations or anything, but just move as a single, like, pack. I think they could overpower, because Op 4 has a lot of forces out in the forest. So if they just go into the forest and attack from the forest, they could sweep the remaining Op 4 guys and then hit the objective. These 3 guys have been doing a good job, but they're about to be flanked by elements of Platoon. But both sides still having their sniper could be a nice advantage, but I think Tender's about to get taken out here.
/LCPL GOAT LCPL GOAT LCPL GOAT LCPL GOAT LCPL hype LCPL hype
Thank you, Siri.
LCPL hype LCPL hype.
My God. Son of Shadow, one of the original subs. Thanks so much for the 50-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Have I tried the performance branch of the client? No, I have not. I didn't even realize there was one. But that does sound good if there's a performance boost coming. I heard that they included hyper-threading and a bunch of other like netcoding stuff. So, hey, we'll see how it goes. It's the name of the emote, because they have to, it takes part of your username, mine being Lcpl, and then you add a word to it to designate it. $40 to 60 server FPS? That was with 90 people, Ilbanek. Nice. Nice. Explosive just went off. That was for that one sector. I think it was ineffective, though. Best way to verify is if we go to their map. Yeah, it's still there. So I think they only used it in a charge, not an explosive satchel. Now they're also using grenades. That's not where it is, though. It's over here. Yeah, so I think they put it right here or something. And just the explosive didn't really do anything. So Eagle's going to have to put another charge down. Tender's still harassing over here. 20 minutes remaining on the clock. I think Blue Force still has plenty of time. Did he just handgun somebody? He just shot Waldo to death with his handgun. Oh my gosh, steal his rifle. Steal that rifle. Oh yeah, you crazy, crazy bastard. You earned it, buddy. Martin's looking. Martin's gonna see a body. Martin, you crazy bastard. That's gonna get him. Hey, Tender, you might want to get down. Ah, oh, shrapnel to the back of the head. Oh. That's why after the first grenade, you always go prone. All right? Because if you don't, then the second grenade might kill you. He's just watching now because I don't think he believes that he actually killed him. Because I'm going to be honest, grenades normally do not kill people in FNF. It's very, very rare for a grenade to kill someone in FNF. There goes the second cache. Excuse me, fuel drum. You have Space Cowboy Carl that's pushed up on his own. He is indeed being a cowboy, only to get shot by an SVD. By Olaf. Plink. You got Rust. He's moved up close with that sniper rifle. Oh, boy. Who's he gonna hit? A lot of people standing. Holding still. And there goes Spiky. I don't think he sees Gopher. He doesn't. That would be the perfect shot. On 2 kills now. He's looking around. Free look. I think this grass is covering the fact that he's also prone right there. He's looking. If he just looks down his scope at that firing line, he might be able to see others. Yeah, you can see the top of Gopher's head right there. But he's not focusing on that. He's just looking for quick movement. Ooh, come on. Be patient, buddy. Nope, Gopher just moved. Yeah, he's going to see Rat right there. Beautiful headshot. That's 3. Rust might be able to turn this around if he picks off a few more. That could be enough for Blue 4 to then push in. All Rust needs to do is be patient because Op4's not focusing on him at all. This is a sniper's wet dream in FNF. How's my night going? It's going good. Doubt getting knocked out. 338, man. It's a bitch. Olaf, does he hear it? He's looking around. I think Olaf's starting to wise up to it. Oh, yeah, he knows. Rust on 4 kills now. Olaf can't tell where the shots are from, though. That's been pulled back. He's medicing. Rust just took another shot. Still on 4. Olaf, he's looking. He knows. He doesn't want to risk it, though. He might think the sniper has support. I know Rush should move. You should honestly move after like 1 or 2 shots, but he's risking it. Ooh. Absolutely beautiful. He got a guy that climbed up to get the other guy. My God. And Olaf still doesn't know where the sniper is. He keeps looking around. Blue 4 folding in here. I'm telling you, Rust, if he gets like 2 more kills, it's going to be all he needs. Was that number 6? No, it was not. These guys have no idea. Zeist. Zeist. I'm waiting to see it. Oh, yep. That was a miss, though. I don't see any blood. Ah, it's going to be over. Olaf. Oh, he didn't see him. There's no way Rust is going to look over. Olaf hears it. Rust still on 5. $15 minutes. He's going to walk right on top of him. Here it is. GG. There's the back of the headshot. Unfortunately, the sniper committed suicide. But 5 kills right there as the sniper. I mean, that could have been enough. Op4 down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players. Blue 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I miscount 5? 11. And they just got an Op4 guy, so it's 11 to 8. No, 11 to 9. Let me do a quick recount. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, because the one guy they were shooting at just went down. It's also a wounded Blue 4. But Blue 4, they do have a medic. Banks, he could make it down there, but he's in the open. I doubt they'll get to him in time. Then you got Ash, the other medic back here. He hasn't gotten any kills. He's just been kind of trying to be sneaky, but I think the fog is going to really... That and the angle he's on, he's not going to be useful here, so... We need to see people get on the ridge and flank these positions. Otherwise, Blue 4 trying to push right here is not going to be effective. Shrimp coming around trying to fry some people's rice. He's only on 1 kill, but this is what Shrimp does. He finds really good spots to flank from and really advantageous positions to engage from as well. All right, so we got Cosmonaut and Banks up here. Anderson also joining. Sholin might also come along the ridge. But these guys just need to hold for now and let their Overwatch element start suppressing Op4 and then make it in. All they got to do is get an explosive specialist. They've got to get Eagle up here, throw explosives and run, and Blue 4 has it. It'll be GG. A lot of Op4 is just favoring defensive positions back here, mainly to Overwatch this open spot. So we need to see pickoffs. We probably are going to see people fold in a different direction. 13 minutes remaining. Op4 could still hold. They've got great Overwatch on their objective. And even if we see a smoke push here, Op4 can then counter push and just hold the objective outright. Trek getting into a direct firefight with Gary. We see an explosive being thrown up. Oh, that had to have hurt him. Nielsen making the push. No shots from the Overwatch element because they folded into this bunker. That bunker could still Overwatch right here again. Really nice, nasty spot. Nielsen trying to push. N1 pushes against and manages to kill Nielsen. You know, we could also see long range shots on that fuel piece and see if that does anything. Olaf camping with that ACOG SVD. Might start spotting some people up there to engage, especially if they start opening up. Blue 4 has the time, but I don't think they have the communication. Ash coming around, he could also flank from the rear. Blue 4 down to 8 players. Op 4 down to 6. Olaf trying to pick some people off. He misses all of those shots. He's going to pull back quickly. I lied. He got the hits. But it just wasn't enough. Olaf hiding in the flare. Top 4 have a really good placement here. They're just prone to being flanked, but they got Almtree watching the rear. So if Blue 4 were to pull around, they could do it. 11 minutes left, I think they could. Oh, I've seen people hide in the flare too. It works really well. Almtree firing at Olaf. He did get one hit on him, but then he realized he was friendly. More grenades going in this compound. That could hurt Shrek. Did I see a little patch of red right there? A little bit of shrapnel damage. Banks firing at the fuel tank. He's trying to snipe it from afar. That'd be funny. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Frags are literally you throwing a D20 dice and you only kill them if you roll a nat 20. Nat 1 is it literally detonates next to them and no shrapnel damage occurs, and I've seen that. It's funny. It's really funny. I've also seen a grenade kill Iander from like 10, 12 meters away when he was sprinting away from it. Just shrapnel hit him in the back of the head or something. He just went down like a fish. I think I meant to say rock right there. Don't know why I picked fish. But hey, it happens. I mean, I would say, like, on the upper band of the numbers, you're likely to get knocked out. And it also depends if you're standing, crouched, or prone. Prone usually, like, negates most, if not all, damage. Metaphor was a bit fishy. Yeah. Thankfully, Bror isn't here. Otherwise, he'd say it's because I was a turtle. All right, Olaf's pulled around. Ash coming up to assist. 9 minutes remaining. You have an 8-man encroachment. You need to see these 4 try to push, these 2 overwatch, and these 2 attack from the rear. I think Shrek just got Shrek'd. Yeah, I don't see him anymore. We're down to 5. Yeah, single headshot right there. I think that was Montgomery. No. It was Martin. Yeah, as the marksman. Open shot right there between these 2 bushes. Yep. Yeah, and then I have the casual music in the background for the suspense, right? Perfect. That's sarcasm, by the way. So I do like Almtree's Overwatch back here. Blue 4 being incredibly cautious. They have a few minutes to be cautious. But if they continue to be cautious for another, I want to say 4 minutes, I think Op4's probably going to win this by default. Ooh, Olaf. Look at that. Almtree trying to fire up at Anderson. Olaf knocked out Cosmonaut. Great angle there to do it. He's behind a rock. He's in between 2 rocks. Cosmonaut wakes back up. That's going to stall them. He's going to pull back. Well hidden. Now you got Almtree. I think he sees him up there. Nope, he's over peeking right now. He doesn't know they're there. See smoke's being thrown at this direction. He knows it came from up there, so he's going to watch it now. Nope, he's going to play it cautious and pull back. Montgomery running up. I think N1 hears those footsteps. Montgomery, do the smart thing and walk right on top of it. Oh, but he overcommitted! And N1 was able to get him. N1, you need to get your head down. And he runs into Eagle, who was watching through the smoke. 1-to-1 trade is not what Op4 wants to be making. It's 3-7. Wait, 3-6? I think someone actually picked someone off. No, Sholin's... Oh my god, he's swimming it. He put a smoke grenade out here and he's trying to swim it. Oh, that's cute. It negates the point of the smoke grenade because that's only going to bring attention, but Op4 is distracted by everything else pushing in. But at this point, if they smoke the objective, Op4 Eagle could just straight shot, throw some smokes, run up, throw an explosive, and pull back. I think Blue 4 has this unless Eagle fumbles. Op4 just lost 2 guys. That was Olaf and somebody else. Yep, that just kind of solidates it. There it is, Banks. You had one job. Try again, please. Okay. Yeah, you shot it to death. Okay. See, if you only need to do that, why bother? Why didn't you just snipe it from afar if it only took half a mag? Why did we have this if you could literally just go in and shoot it? What was the point?